Have you ever found yourself staring at your to-do list, feeling completely frozen and unable to start anything? That's task paralysis, my friend. And trust me, you're not alone in this struggle. Think of it like being in front of a huge buffet when you're starving. There are so many options that instead of picking something, you just stand there, overwhelmed and unable to make a decision. That's exactly what happens with our tasks. Task paralysis typically stems from three main sources. First, there's perfectionism. That nagging voice telling you everything needs to be done flawlessly. Second, there's overwhelm, when you're facing too many tasks or one massive project. And third, there's fear. Fear of failure, fear of making the wrong choice, or fear of not meeting expectations. Let me share a personal story. Last month, I had to reorganize my entire home office, write 3 important reports, and prepare for a presentation. I felt completely paralyzed for 2 days, just shuffling papers around and accomplishing nothing. But then I discovered some game-changing strategies that actually work. Here's how you can break free from task paralysis. First, embrace the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. No questions asked. This builds momentum and gets your brain into action mode. Second, use the Swiss cheese approach. Instead of trying to tackle the whole task at once, poke holes in it. Spend just 10 minutes on something, anything related to the task. It's amazing how starting with these small chunks can break down that initial resistance. Third, and this is crucial, lower your standards for getting started. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Your first draft, your first attempt, your first step, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to exist. Remember, you can't edit a blank page. Here's a practical example. Let's say you need to write a report. Instead of trying to write it perfectly from start to finish, begin by just creating a rough outline with bullet points. That's it. You've started, and that's often the hardest part. Another powerful technique is the if-then planning method. Instead of vague intentions, create specific triggers. For example, if I finish my morning coffee, then I'll spend 15 minutes on the project outline. This removes decision-making from the equation and makes starting almost automatic. Don't forget about environment design. Clear your workspace of distractions, put your phone in another room, and create a dedicated space for focused work. Remember, progress isn't always linear. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, and others you'll feel stuck again. That's completely normal. The key is to have these tools ready when paralysis strikes. Finally, celebrate your small wins. Did you write that first sentence? Great. Did you spend just 5 minutes on that dreaded task? Awesome. These small victories build confidence and momentum, making the next start easier. Task paralysis doesn't have to control your productivity. By understanding its roots and having these practical strategies at hand, you can break through that invisible wall and get moving again. Start small, be kind to yourself, and remember, imperfect action always beats perfect inaction.